Happy Sunday. I trust you're doing well this afternoon. My name is Flora Limuki. We have a lot in line for you in the next 30 minutes. But first, we start where traders at the toy market in Kibera are counting losses after fire gutted down stalls early this morning. Our very own Stanley Nyaringita is live on location to update us on the latest. Stanley? Well, understand that we'll be bringing you that story a little bit later. Let's move on where Health Cabinet Secretary Susan Nakhumicha has vowed to continue with the fight against what she terms as continued mismanagement of funds meant for the upgrading of health services and infrastructure across the country. Speaking at the Sabatia Eye Hospital in Vihiga County during the launch of the pediatric ophthalmology unit, the CS further stated that they need to review the structure of hospitals, boards of management, so as to give the health facilities financial autonomy. CS Nakhumicha was accompanied by the Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi, who assured Kenyans of a relentless fight against graft. Our reporter Arnold Adidi with a full report.
Just before the dust could settle on revelations that the National Hospital Insurance Fund had gone broke, Health CS Dr. Susan Nakhumicha was in Vihiga County ready to set the record straight, indicating that despite challenges in funding, the government had already remitted funds to the fund, which is widely relied upon by millions of Kenyans, further directing healthcare providers to resume offering NHIF-related services.
We had small challenges and delays on disbursement of funds to the National Health Insurance, NHIF fund. However, I am happy to report, PCS, as at this morning, I received a call from Treasury that funds have now been disbursed to NHIF. And now the facilities, which I'm sure this is one of them, once your claims are verified, you are going to receive your payment. I want to call upon all other healthcare providers that they resume services, those that had stopped, as we process claims and ensure that we make payment.
On the mismanagement of resources allocated for healthcare in the country, the tough-talking CS was clear that no one involved would be spared, a statement that was echoed by Prime CS Musalia Mudavadi.
We want to introduce transparency in how we run our hospitals, our public hospitals. Kenyans are suffering because of wastage of public resources. As a minister, I have said it, I shall not oversee public resources wastage.
And the way you quickly worked with the president to deal with the KEMSA problem, extend that whip to other institutions where people are misusing public resources, especially in the delivery of health to our people.
The CS further stresses on the need to give all public health facilities financial independence, lamenting that reliance on county government's treasury has led to poor prioritization, which has negatively impacted the health sector.
These hospitals collect resources, but when they take it to the joint account of the governor, of the county, not yours, there are different priorities. Pesa imetolewa kwa hospitali, but unaona inajenga barabara. Hospitali inaendelea kukosa dawa. So now we are going to have a governance structure ya kuhakikisha kwamba hiyo pesa imetolewa hospitali, inarudi hospitalini, kuhakikisha kuna dawa, wafanyikazi wanalipwa, na pia kuna equipment.
The Pediatric Ophthalmology Unit launched at Sabatia Eye Hospital is expected to provide a range of eye care services, this further uplifting the status of the hospital, which continues to offer services to over 17 million Kenyans annually. Arnold Adidi, TV47, Vihiga County.
The ruling party UDA has kick-started strategies aimed at clinching the 2027 general elections. And as Mike Kagongo reports, the party targets to register over 15 million members out of the 22 million electorates registered by Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission (IEBC) before the next election.
The ruling party has kicked off its 2027 sprint in earnest. The William Ruto United Democratic Alliance embarking on registering over 15 million members across the country, out of the 22 million registered electorates by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. According to the party Secretary General Cleophas Malala, the move is to ensure that President William Ruto wins by a landslide.
Tunataka out of the 22 million registered voters, 15 million voters will be UDA members, and we are going to win by a landslide. That is our target. Sasa msione tunafanya kitu ya mzaa.
Further, Cleophas Malala said this will give a clear win to avoid the historical cycle, where the presidential candidate who comes second in the elections move to the Supreme Court to oppose the elections.
Tangu tuanze mambo ya uchaguzi Kenya hii, baada ya kila uchaguzi watu wanapigana ati number 2 amekataa uchaguzi, matokeo ya uchaguzi ameenda Supreme Court. Tunataka tumalize hii maneno ya Supreme Court kila wakati na watu kuandamana baada ya kila kura.
Nachukua nafasi hii sasa.
Speaking at TM grounds in Narok County during a UDA party delegate meeting, the leaders accompanying Malala faulted the opposition leader Raila Odinga for always criticizing government agenda without giving any credible solution to the problems affecting the nation.
Tuache mambo ya fitina, tuache mambo ya kugawa watu. Tunataka watu viongozi ambaye wanalete watu pamoja.
Sisi tutakatwa, hata tongei. Nimesema ikatwe na iko sawa. So kwa nini mtu anasunguka kudanganya wananchi? Kwa sababu kila kitu kizuri hii timu ya Raila imezoea kupinga.
With over 18 county assemblies downing their tolls over salary remuneration hiccups, Malala asked all elected leaders to support the governors elected on a UDA ticket in order to spur development in the counties.
Sisi kama county ya Narok tumeambia nyinyi endeni hiyo Tuesday ama Wednesday mkiwa na hiyo financial bill, mwende mupitishe na tumepea nyinyi ruhusa.
Sisi tukiwa wa Masai tuna support housing levy. Tunataka manyumba ijengwe. Hiyo 3% inakatwa watu ambao wako na pay slip.
Mimi nawaomba tafadhali, muende mupitishe hiyo kitu asubuhi na mapema, to support rais wetu, the finance bill iende ipite.
The National Assembly is expected to debate on the contentious bill on Tuesday after the Korea Kimani-led Finance Committee completed drafting a report on Saturday. Mike Kagwongo, TV47, Nairobi.
Well, thank you, Mike, for that. Moving on, the Independent Medical Legal Union has begun documentation of incidents of alleged police brutality, violence, and chaos at Isibania town, as well as the 2017 police brutality cases in Migori County. The union's legal officer, Isabella Obara, said they are still following up the 2017 cases and that the victims deserve justice as they have suffered mental disturbance. IMLU intends to meet with families of the affected persons and the local leadership in Isibania in a bid to seek justice for the families. It is alleged that some of the affected families are afraid of following up on the cases due to intimidation from police officers and other security agencies.
Well, obviously for Migori, we are happy that we concluded the matter on 4th of April 2023. And this was a long journey, especially because we filed for the very first time in Migori High Court. That is petition number 8 of 2021, sometime in November. And so we are glad that indeed our 4 petitioners came out strongly in terms of having the judiciary indicating that indeed the human rights violations were violated. And they also gave a decretal sum to that effect. Obviously, that's the very least that we can do for people who have been systematically injured by the state, which indeed is supposed to be offering them support. But in terms of the other pending petitions that stem from the same violations, we saw a pattern of injuries and almost organized violence against persons in Kisumu, specifically spaces like Nyalenda. We have proceeded to court. The same is at an advanced stage, and we hope to again come out strongly in terms of winning the same petitions on behalf of the petitioners that we have proceeded to file on behalf of.
Niliumia wakati wa election 2017. Siku ya leo tumekutana hapa tena. Ninaomba serikali wetu atusaidie juu mimi nilipigwa risasi na niliumia, na gharama yenye nilitumia kujitibu naomba serikali atusaidie juu hata kazi si kuwa naenda wakati huo. Nililaswa, nilikaa kwa muda bila kuenda kazi. Vile nilikuwa na wenye walikuwa naenda shule, watu wenye walikuwa wanakula, wakati huo walikuwa wanateseka sana. Sasa nitaomba serikali atusaidie, angalau tuwape hata kitu kidogo ili tufute naye machozi. Tangu tuumie tumekuwa tuliripoti, tulikuwa na OB number. Shirika ya IMLU walikuja wakatusaidia kufuatilia hii kesi. Tuko naye, wametusaidia sana, ambayo tunaona ni kama tunaweza faulu kwa hii kesi yetu, lakini tunaomba serikali watusaidie.
Elsewhere, President William Ruto is set to open Kirinyaga Level 5 County Referral Hospital, Kirinyaga County, which is set to boost health services by providing county residents with accessible and affordable high-quality health services. George Karoki, the County Executive Committee member for Health, said that some of the services that will be offered at the hospital include comprehensive outpatient department services, inpatient services, specialized medical services including pediatrics, oncology, dermatology, orthopedics, neuropediatrics, obstetrics, and gynecology, maternal and neonatal care. A section of Western Kenya members of parliament drawn from different political factions have vowed to defend and protect any impeachment threats on the National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula few days after chaos erupted in the Assembly of a minority leadership. Speaking at Luandeti Deb Primary School in Lugari constituency, Kakamega County, during a fundraising drive towards a multi-purpose hall for Luandeti Secondary School. The MPs who accompanied Wetangula stated that Luya unity is no longer elusive unity.
And I wanted to put it very clear, whether in parliament or outside parliament, even those ones who are threatening others with impeachment, wasikie siku ya leo. Ikiwa mtu atakuja kuongea negative kwa Weta, either inside or outside, sisi walio ndani na wako ndani tutasimama na kijana yetu.
Tunapata aibu sana wakati tunakaa huko mbele hatuna network. Watu wanatupeleka tu kama kondoo huku, wengine wanatupeleka huku, wengine wanatupeleka kama mbuzi, wengine kama ng'ombe. Tuendelee hivi na sisi tumeamua kama wabunge tutaendelea kutembea pamoja.
Ukimfanyia yeye mchezo unafanyia Mluya mchezo. Mkosa kuheshimu Wetangula hata hao wenu hatutawaheshimu.
Yote ambaye atajaribu kukuingilia na kukugusa mambo ya vyama tutaweka kando, na sisi kama jamii ya Waluya tutasimama na wewe.
Hiyo ambayo ilikuwa inaitwa elusive Luya unity, yani kitu ambayo haiwezi patikana, sasa itapatikana.
The Global Peace Foundation Kenya, in partnership with other stakeholders, have planted over 2,000 trees at the Alliance High School in Kiambu County by launching a 1 million tree growing campaign aimed at accelerating reforestation efforts in the country. Under the theme of Beat Plastic Pollution, stakeholders reiterated the project is fully supportive of the President's goal to achieve a 30% forest cover by 2032.
We are here today at Alliance High School
with students of Alliance and various organizations, to plant trees in commemoration of the World Environment Day 2023, which, as you know, was at the beginning of this week. But we are celebrating it today by planting more than 2,000 trees. The theme of this year's World Environment Day is a solution to plastic pollution. And we hope that through this we can be able to sensitize the students here and the people to find solutions for plastics, even as we plant trees.
So we want to continue with this idea of sensitizing the young people on need to take care of the environment, need to take care of the trees. We know the challenge we are facing today in the world. We have the issue of the global warming, and we know that the carbon has been increasing. The carbon dioxide has been increasing at an alarming rate in the world, and that is what has led to the global warming.
We're trying to encourage the little young boys, the girls that are coming up, so that they can be able to make choices and sustainable practices when it comes to tree planting. And today, on the World Environmental Day, we are really great as UNICAF to be part of this fraternity that is driving the change on the entire world. And so our main vision and mission is to ensure that we join the power changers to ensure that we make a greener Kenya. That's our main role today.
Elsewhere, Java House has launched its 84th branch in Eastleigh, Nairobi County, with an aim of easing service delivery to its customers. The retail has expressed its determination in using available resources in creating job opportunities to the locals and other qualified Kenyans across the country. Speaking during the launch, CEO Priscilla Gadungu has expressed the need to prioritize purchase of local products as one way of strengthening local economy.
So my name is Priscilla Gadungu. I am the CEO of our business. So now we're 85 stores across the region. So we are in Kenya, Uganda, and Rwanda. Kenya being the mothership of our business. And we now have 4 brands. So this is a crowning moment for us because we have been waiting to come into this community. So coming to Eastleigh, I mean, the community has supported the branch since inception. So coming to Eastleigh was almost like we're paying homage to this community that has been with us and bringing the Java experience closer to them. And really that is our strategy, that we will be where our guest is. So for us, it's not so much the customer. We see everybody who walks into our stores as a guest, and we're welcoming you home. So we've brought the experience closer to the community. I think moving forward, Java continues to do what we do very well. We continue to listen to what the consumer wants and where the consumer wants us. So we will be, it's a very agile brand, right? And a very agile group. So there will be a lot more convenience locations. And when I say convenience, is really to go to where the consumer is. There's a lot happening in our retail space. So we'll continue to do what we do very well. We're constantly listening to what the guest wants. We recently launched pizza in some of our restaurants, and that was as a result of listening to what the guest wants. We continue to innovate around food and around the experience. We continue to also grow our retail sector. So that's where you bring Java home to you. So you can buy from our cookies, our coffee, and continue to innovate in that area. People, we are in the people business. So what the people want, we give the people that. We also believe in outside of Nairobi growth, because we do think that the consumer that is outside of the big cities continues to grow. So really, yeah, that's what you'll see. I was talking to somebody from the community, and they were saying every day close to 100,000 people come to Eastleigh every day. And during Easter and Christmas and the festive period, that number grows to double that. So we want to serve those people. We want to serve the people who this is home for them. We want to employ them. We want to buy product from them. So Java is very much about supporting local. So everything from the products we buy, the groups that we support, is all very much locally driven. So we're looking to do the same in this market as well. I mean, the Java Group has been in existence in Kenya for 24 years now. We are synonymous with coffee, and we see another 24 plus years in Kenya and in the region. And I keep saying, Java is as Kenyan as every Kenyan, or as Ugandan, or as Rwandese. So yeah, we do enjoy what we do, and we enjoy hearing back from our guests.
And now to a story we had prepared for you earlier. Traders at the toy market in Kibera are counting losses after fire gutted down stalls early this morning. Our very own Stanley Nyaringita is live on location and joins us live for the latest. Stanley, I understand this is like the 6th time this inferno is happening. Have you spoken to residents, and if so, what's the cause of the inferno, and any latest developments from your end?
I can definitely get you loud and clear, coming to you live from Toy Market right here in Nairobi County. And it is not a good afternoon for the traders right here. About 6,000 traders right here. This is after a fire engulfed this particular section of Toy Market. As you can see, I'm being told this particular place has about 2,000, at least 2,000 stalls, and each about 6,000 traders are in this particular place. So the fire is reported to have started about 2 a.m. and went all the way to 6 a.m. As you can see right about now, the traders are just, trying to get, the things that are there, the things that, the fire actually, engulfed. As you can see, the iron sheets, and basically the woodens, everything that and anything that they can actually piece up from this particular fire. And I'm also being told that most of these traders have been camped, and the moment that they actually were informed that the fire began at about 2 a.m. and all the way to about 6 a.m. they rushed to this particular place to just save the little that they can. And right about now I'm joined by one of the leaders in this particular toy market. Habari ya leo?
I'm good. I'm Daudi Kose, a trader from this market, section A, stall number A158.
Okay.
And it was a surprise to us because the fire started yesterday night at around 1 a.m. So it was, we were so flabbergasted, and we came right from our houses to come and save the fire. But the unfortunate was that the fire was like, there was no electricity, but the fire was spreading so fast that we suspect that it was an arson. So it is the work of the national government to send us the DCI to investigate right from the point where the fire started, the owner of the stall, who were there, where were the security guards who are always surveying the place, who was the owner of the stall, and where was he, and at what time, and how did the fire spread so fast? Because it is over billions that have been lost in this market, and people are already vulnerable. As human rights activists, I have to fight for the marginalized group in the society. So we appeal to the county government to pump a lot of money so that these people can build their stalls. At the same time, they can buy the capital for buying some goods so that they can start their selling.
At that time, about 1 a.m. all the way, was there anyone who was in this particular place? Are there any reported casualties?
The market have got over 100 security guards with a leader of their own. The market have got residentials in the place. People are living within the market. The market is about 5 points something and above acres. There were people within the market. The question is, where did the fire started? Who is the owner of the place where the fire started? Was he there? And what was he doing? Who is the security guard guarding the section that the fire started? Those questions, we want to forward them to the government plus the committee members within the market so that we have to get answers. This is a place that have got conflict of interest. We have got people owning title deeds in a public land. We want to know whether this is a public land or a government or a private land. And this must come from the NLC, Ministry of Land, and the national government.
Right. Yeah. Thank you. Allow me to also interact with another trader here. Unaweza songa karibu utuambie kwa majina and wewe kama trader hapa ni ulikuwa unauza nini hapa, unauzanga nini hapa, na pia ni vitu gani zimechomeka? Ulifika hapa saa ngapi?
Nilifika hapa saa 8 nilipopikiwa simu. Kasi yangu ninauza nguo, niko na duka ya soda, electrical materials. Ninashangaa kwa sababu hapa ni mahali tunapata pesa. Mapato yetu ndio hata watoto wetu waende shule. Unaona uchumi vile imeenda, sukari imeenda, chunga imeenda juu na imechomeka kila kitu. So tuko tu bure. Unaona plot yangu iko hapa, duka yangu iko hapa, na sijui sasa vile nitafanya. Nahitaji compensation, at least tuendeleshe maisha tena, tuendelee mbele. Lakini investigation ifanywe ndio ijulikane ni nini inaendelea. Because these things has been recurring.
Labda swali la mwisho, kama trader umekuwa hapa miaka ngapi, na labda hata baada ya msiba huu, are you going to still be a trader here? Bado utaleta vitu zako na ujenga tena hapa?
Sitarudi nyuma. Nimekaa hapa miaka 10 na nitaendelea kukaa. Because hapa ni mahali tumepata maisha yetu na tutaendelea. Asante.
Nimeshukuru sana. Limuki, as you can hear, even the mood right here, the faces of the traders here, it is a different, kind of, moment for them. They're actually emotive right here. It is hue and cry with the economic challenges that they're actually facing, the high cost of living, and now this. It is quite a sad moment, and what they're basically asking the local government, the county government, and even the national government to speed up this particular process of investigation. To this point, not anyone. They haven't actually had concrete information as to when, rather how this particular fire started. But then we'll be following up on this particular matter to get to know how all this particular, how this fire started, and we'll be updating you, Flora. Back to you in studio.